Hey Nail Fam, I'm going to be unboxing some PR as well as a mystery scoop that I purchased from House of Kings and Queens. Now you may not have heard of this brand as they are relatively new to me, but I am a brand ambassador for House of Kings and Queens and they've sent me over some amazing acrylics as well as this pop-off gel. So these I've already used and done a nail design on my Instagram. So I've already swatched these a few weeks ago. Here are the colors from the Easy Acrylics that's in the gold cap. But for their mystery scoop, here's how the products look. And I've received, this is what I purchased and paid for with my own cash. And I've received 5 acrylic powders. That first one was a hot pink called Plethora. This one is a glitter, kind of like neon hexagons, milady. Skinsy is a nude color. This is another glitter acrylic called Allura. And finally, we have a 3D rose white acrylic powder. So what I'm going to do is quickly swatch these colors for you so you can see what kind of consistency these acrylic powders are. And if you are interested, I do have a discount code and that will be linked down in the description. So I'm going to be swatching these on top of the swatch sticks because I think it's really important to show as a beginner how easy and how fast these acrylics dry and how easy they are to use. So I'm going to be using my number 10 brush that I got from Royalty Nail Supplies. This was also from another mystery scoop. I have to do that video as well. And I'm going to be using my Modelones monomer. And as you can see, relatively easy to use as a beginner. You guys know that I'm on an acrylic journey, so it has been some struggling going on, and I feel like these are okay. These are okay. I think the name Easy Acrylics definitely kind of suggests that they are easy to use and very beginner friendly. All right, I'm going to continue to swatch the remaining colors. And then we're going to get into a fun nail design. You would have seen from the thumbnail that I'm doing Pennywise onto my nails. So definitely stay tuned for some nail art. Moving right along to this hot pink. And as I'm like putting the acrylic bead on, at first I was like, maybe my brush isn't wet enough. But it seems like once you put it down, it starts to polymerize whilst it's on the nail. And then you can just wet your brush a little bit more and then kind of shape it. Like it's not dripping and draining, it's not moving all over the place. So I really like that if you use a drier brush, that you still have time to kind of pat around the acrylic and get it right. And moving on to this chunky acrylic mix, you guys know I had a really terrible experience with chunky glitters from Secret Nail Affair, and I don't know if it because the jars were too small or I was using the wrong brush, whatever it was. Obviously I had a little bit of difficulty, so I started flashbacking to the glitter experience that I had with them, and I was like, I wonder if this is gonna work. But I went in with a pretty dry bead of this particular glitter and I put it down onto the swatch stick, and I didn't have nothing went wrong. Like I had time to pitter patter it around. It's not lifting off of the, it's not lifting too much onto the brush. And I felt like if you know how to pat this acrylic properly, you wouldn't even have to do any shaping. Like you literally wouldn't have to do that much filing and shaping to this acrylic. So I was pleasantly surprised, whether I'm a brand ambassador or not, I was pleasantly surprised that this laid down so easy. I felt like it had a good apex and everything. The shaping of it wasn't that bad. So when it's time for me to file, there's no lumps and bumps and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, wow. Now I did have issues. I did have a small little issue using this particular one. And I don't know, maybe because I haven't used white acrylic powders before. Have I? I don't think so. So I didn't know what to expect when it came to this particular one. As you will see later on down the video, I couldn't quite shape it as best as I was hoping to. But I will say is, it definitely polymerized, and it reminds me of toothpaste a little bit. Like if you look at it right now, it has the perfect consistency of a toothpaste. And when I was finished shaping this on this particular swatch stick, it looks like pearly white teeth, doesn't it? So anyway, overall, I felt like these were beginner friendly for someone like myself. You know, these were dummy proof. Like you can't really go wrong. Even if you put these on bad, I feel like they will still even out themselves as long as you continue to kind of pat it rightly. Anyway, what do I know? I'm not a nail tech. Disclaimer, not a nail tech, not a nail specialist, not a nail anything except a nail enthusiast and content creator that loves to create wild nails. So here's how that one turned out. And I turned it to the side and I was like, wow, you look nice and smooth. Like the shaping was really nice. Okay. Here's the last acrylic. I'll be quiet for this one. This one is pretty straightforward. Okay, hang around just for a little bit. We're going to get into the nail design. All right, so we're going to let those swatch sticks sit in the sun and let them dry. And now we're going to move on to the nail design. I wanted to quickly show you, this has been one of the best pop-off gels I have used. You know when you're doing your nails and you're filing a little bit too rough and your nails pop right off, like in between the set? I hate that with a passion because all that hard work you do just for it to pop off, right? This pop-off gel, I have tested this a few times and I was filing my nails a little rough and this did not budge. But I think the magic to pop-off gel is because there's a sticky layer to the top, I like to go in with a matte top gel over that just to give it a more matte nail bed before I apply my nail tips. I've been doing this for a couple months now. And I find this to be the best method for me, especially when you're using half cover tips. I haven't tried it with full cover tips, but I think with half cover tips, I've struggled a lot because they used to be lifting, they used to be cracking, all kind of things. So now I'm going to be using my LECIA No C Curve squared nail tips. I do have a discount code that will be linked down in the description. I'm finding my shape and my sizes, not shape, my sizes, and I'm going to use my Melody Susie drill, and we're just going to drill on top of the nail just to make sure that that area is a little bit thin, so that when we apply it to our nails, there's not going to be like a little bridge, you know, like a little lump, like a little lift. And I'm going to use a little bit of my primer to etch the inside of the nail tip. That's where I'm going to be applying some nail gel glue to my nails. I usually like to use my 4-in-1 from SAVILAND. So I'm just going to apply just a little bit of this 4-in-1 nail glue to the inside of the nail tip, and then we're going to adhere this to my nail. Now, the last step I like to do before I start with my acrylic application is actually applying this same matte top coat over the entire nail again. Again, this may be overkill, this may be unnecessary, but I have found by doing this, I don't have any issues whilst I'm doing my nails. So I'm going to take that matte top coat and notice how where I applied that half cover tip has now magically disappeared. You cannot see where I applied it. And the matte over that shiny fake nail is going to give you a nice rough surface for your acrylic powder to adhere to. So definitely give that a try. Okay, so Skin Y, like I said, this was from a previous PR that House of Kings and Queens sent me. So that one has been used. You can see that some acrylic spilled to the bottom of that jar. It kind of just messed up the bottom. Don't worry about all that. So we're going to use Skin Y, and we're going to use that 3D white rose, and then we're going to use my acrylic brush again from Royalty Nail Supplies, as well as some acrylic liquid slash monomer from Modelones. I'm going to start off by applying the Skin Y to my nails. I'm going to apply this to the thumb, the index, and the pinky finger. And then the 3D rose white or white rose, we're going to apply that to the middle and the ring finger. And that's where we're going to do, that Pennywise kind of nail design. So sit back, relax, watch me try to, apply these beads to my nails and give you a chance to see how the product works in action in case you may be interested. All right, here's how that nail is looking so far. We are going to encapsulate these with clear acrylic, so I'm not too worried about the shaping of the nail for now. And I went ahead and finished off the other two nails. So I just wanted you to see how Skin Y works in action in real time. Now let's move on to this 3D rose white rose acrylic powder. And again, I'm going to show you in detail how I'm applying these so that you can see, or maybe you can tell me what I did wrong and offer some constructive criticism down in the comments as usual. And you can also see how this product works in action as well, again, in case you may be interested. So you can see here that the white is a little bit more lumpier than that nude acrylic powder. So I did, like I said, I was having issues trying to shape that white or lay down the beads. But anyway, now I'm moving on to using my 8080 files. These are the ones from Shein I just hauled. So if you missed that video, go and check it out. And I'm also using this little palette here for gel polish, also from Shein. So for my nail art, I'm going to be using some gel liners. This first one is a color changing gel liner from RAR GSM. And then I have this gel liner from Bellavina, aka Double Dip. And I am using two different shades of red because with blood, you know, sometimes, usually there's two different, you know, colors to blood, old and new blood, especially if it's been exposed to oxygen. Little biology right there, put you all back in training. So I'm going to be using a toothbrush that I've intentionally bent up and mashed up a little bit so that I could have the bristles going in different directions. And we're just going to dip into the different colors. So we're going to go in with that dark blood color red, and then we're going to go in with the white color, and we're just going to splatter that all over our nails. And this is going to be our blood splatter nail. So this is a simple and easy hack. If you have an old toothbrush, just wash it off and let it soak in some vinegar and kind of like, you know, press down on the bristles so that they go a little bit wild. I know it look weird and a little creepy or whatever, but don't throw it all, you know, don't throw everything away. Save some stuff and repurpose them into nail art. All right, so those nails were cured, and then we did go in with this tempered top coat from VARNAIL. I need to get some more because I love their base, their matte, and I love their products. VARNAIL is a really good brand. You can also check that out down in my description box. I have a discount code for that as well. All right, anyway, now let's move on to some more nail art. Now for this index finger, we're going to do loser lover. So we're going to write the word loser, and then we're going to cure that, and then we're going to go in with the red V using that red gel liner. We're just going to put the V on top of the S. Really simple, really easy. Again, with line art, take your time. I'm trying my best to show more of me doing the line art on camera. It's so difficult, guys, because I need to be like really close to my fingers. I need to see everything that I'm doing. And you know, the camera is like literally on top of your head. So that's why it's difficult. But anyway, you take your time, you write your little LOSER, you cure that. Now we're just going to go in with the red. We're going to do the V on top of the S, give that a cure, then apply some top coat. Here's how that finger is looking. Now let's move on to our ring finger. And this one's going to be the easiest finger of them all, or one of the easiest. We are just going to go ahead and draw our little red balloon. As you know, with Pennywise and the signature It movie, there's a little red balloon floating around somewhere. So creepy. So we're just going to go ahead and draw our red balloon, starting off with a little circle to the top. And we're going to do like a little balloon bottom, and then we're just going to take the black gel liner and we're just going to make a little swirly line, and that's going to be our balloon ribbon. Okay, now let's move on to the creepiest part of this nail design, which is drawing a half face of Pennywise. If you don't like clowns or killer clowns, or if you get nightmares or creeped out very easily, this is the part where you probably want to just click off and not watch. I don't know how you guys feel. Anyway, I love scary movies. I don't scare easily, so this was relatively simple for me to do. We're going to go ahead and start off by drawing the little swirly eyebrows, the weirdest eyebrows on the planet. And we're going to take our time. Don't be too concerned about straight lines. Again, we are not aiming for perfection. We are aiming for improvement. Take your time. Start off with your arch to the top, and then we're just going to do a little tail towards the center. Once you are done, give it a quick flash cure so that it doesn't start bleeding into the acrylic, all right? Then you're going to go ahead and draw your eyes and your mouth. The eyes are straightforward. You're just going to draw like 2 half circles, and you're just going to draw, you know, the inside part of the eyeballs. Give that a flash cure as well. I'm now grabbing my yellow gel liner and just going to fill in that pupil, the iris. Is it called iris? Iris or pupil? One of them. I can't remember. I'm just going to fill that in. Give the eyes some beautiful yellow color, which is the signature color of the Pennywise character. And we're going to give that a flash cure as well. I will go in and dot in some black and some white just to give the eyes a realistic look. Then we're going to take our red gel liner and we're just going to go ahead and draw the makeup aspect of this nail. It was like a, I don't know, a really extended clown red mouth. I don't know what you call that. We're just going to use our red gel liner and we're just going to go ahead and fill that in. Again, take your time, go steady, go slow. Slow and steady wins the race. There's no need to rush. Now, to add a little bit of 3D to this nail, we are going to use a little bit of watercolor. I have hauled this before, so definitely you need watercolors in your life. We're just going to go and put a little shadow underneath Pennywise eyes. Take your time and be very careful because, again, you're using this on top of white acrylic. You mess up, dog eat your lunch. You can't really do anything about it. So just going to add a little bit of variation, a little bit of 3D effect, a little spooky effect. I could have done more to this. I could have really creeped this out, but I wanted to keep it really simple for this. Practice makes perfect, baby steps. Once you are done and you're satisfied with how it looks, finish off with some top coat, give it a cure under the UV lamp. Here's the final look of the nails. Hope you guys enjoyed and give this nail design a try. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.